Would it be so bad to live out here?
Yeah, the commute would be bad.
You need him to get a new job. You need a job that you can work from home. Because I want to live in that house.
Well, we are on another road trip, my wife and I. We like to do these every once in a while. We're heading to Torrey, Utah, which is, I guess, the gateway to Capitol Reef National Park, which we plan to do some hiking. So this should be fun. Got a question for you guys, maybe answer down in the comments below, but I'm driving down this little 2-lane road. Guy flashes his lights off and on at me. I know what that means. That means that slow down, there's a cop ahead. Sure enough, there's a cop ahead. Do you guys have that same thing in your states? I'm just curious.
That is beautiful. I love that.
I'm going to talk about you when you're gone.
Well, don't see anything bad. I'll see it.
She doesn't watch my videos. Yeah, we're hoteling it. Honestly, I'd like to go backpacking, but my wife's like, nah. She likes her shower and bathroom. Me, I'm content taking a shower in the river if I have to. And making my own toilet. But this will still be fun. We'll get a lot of hiking in and it'll be a good time. Here's the view. I'm just standing in the doorway of the hotel room, so not bad. Stopped and ate at one of those burger places that take forever to get your food. But you know those are good because they're actually making it. It's not sitting under a heat lamp. Stopped by the visitor center. And we're probably looking at doing some easy stuff right now. It's been raining, so some of the slot canyons obviously right now we want to stay out of in fear of any flash floods, so just gotta be careful of that. And tonight I think we're just looking at some easy stuff. This is a little sprinkling. That's a little bit of water coming down, not bad. How's your fear of heights doing?
Well, I'm not getting too much closer to the edge than I am right now.
So there's actually a height down there too that, again, probably not the time you want to be doing it. I'd be interested to see is that normal water right now, or is that a little bit more, or is it dry? That I don't know. Tell my wife is when we do a lot of canyoneering and slot canyons, these are the type of things I look for. If you look right here, you can see that this is a flash point. It's dry right now, but you can tell water runs off that, comes down here, drains off into the river. And then if you look up on this side, it's the same thing. It's not as prominent right here. Same thing right there. And then if you look over here, let's see, you can see all these little fingers have water runs down that. So this canyon will get a lot of water sometimes if a good storm rolls through it. are here. We went out here and showed you guys some of this stuff, and then we walked out to this point, showed you a little bit more. Now we're gonna head back to the main road and, I don't know, figure out what we're gonna do. It's kind of nice not having an agenda sometimes.
Yep. And I don't know what's happening till it's halfway over.
So we are now just entering the town of Fruta. It seems like there's some historical sites here, maybe some older buildings. We're gonna stop and check those out.
My name is Dewey Gifford, and I was a farmer and rancher in Fruta from 1928 until 1969. For much of that time, we had no running water, electricity, or telephone. There was little cash to be had from farming, so I had to be away when I was young. I worked on the state roads, herded sheep, and ran cattle in the South Desert. But the most pleasant memories I have were those of family, farming, and friends here in Fruta. Until 1940, we used all teams and horse-drawn implements, mostly for growing and cutting alfalfa for animal feed. The orchards, of course, took a lot of work, but we had beautiful fruit: apricots, peaches, pears, apples, plums, and cherries. We trucked a lot of it out of Fruta for cash sale or traded for grain with other farmers near Low and Lima. All my children were raised here and attended the one-room school. Life wasn't much different from 1880, when pioneers first settled here. You had to be very self-sufficient to make it. Most everybody here had been raised as Latter-day Saints, but some weren't very active. We held Sunday school over in the schoolhouse. The 8 or so families here got along pretty good, considering the isolation. Oh, we didn't agree on everything. I remember Cass Mulford supported Hoover, while I was a Roosevelt man myself. Both men and women worked hard here, but we took time to play. Our family enjoyed high country hunts and fishing. The women quilted. We read a lot in the winter and enjoyed baseball in the summer. We saw few travelers here until after 1937, when the park came. Most were cattlemen and sheep herders. There were huge herds of sheep trailing through Fruta in those days. For me, Fruta was paradise. I will never forget it.
So the guy you just heard speak, apparently, I think this was his house. That's where we're at now. Little whistle pig, or a yellow-bellied marmot. She is, I would guess, about 20 yards away. Jeez, look at this guy right here. And he's about 25 yards away. At 3 point, it's just not that bothered by those people.